there. So in this video, I will try to briefly explain how to configure a database other than the default H2 database. So first of all, well, let's refer to the documentation. So really the page database configuration. You will see there are 4 steps described in there. So the first one is create a database, then customize this to make it work with Bonita, then add the driver, and finally configure the bundle with database information. It's good to see that the steps 1 and 2 are detailed further on this same page, and 3 and 4 are part of the configuration of the Tomcat bundle page. So I will just go down for steps 1 and 2. So this is about the drivers, and for this example, I will use PostgreSQL. So let's take a look at this. So yes, the max per transaction that we can go for 100, for example, as it's said in here. And well, you can see if you are using other database, what to do. Also, it's good to know, I will show you that on Github, Bonita Soft Community, you have a repository named Bonita Database Docker, and which we have Docker images all ready to use and that you can build. So for example, I will typically be using this one, Docker build -t Bonita Soft / Bonita Postgres. In here, what I need to do is to build the image. So with Docker build -t, I say which image I want to build on which name, and I give the path towards my Docker file, which is the Bonita Database Docker Postgres 16, and well, that's it. So now that we have built the image, in the documentation, you can see under Docker image, you will see that we can use a Docker Compose. So with this pre-configured database image, and with Docker Compose, it's going to be a very simple way to do this. So I have created a file with this information based on what the documentation says, and using this image that I have just created. So what I'm going to do is go to terminal, and I'm right here where my Docker Compose is. We can see it here. And what I'm going to do is just a Docker Compose up. And so this will create my container, right? This container, so we'll have the database, my application, my Bonita application, and I can see it here. So if I go to Docker desktop, so I will, if I go to containers, I will see it right here. So my Bonita image, then I can go here, and then it opens my application, right? So since it's the first time that I configure it, I'll go for the technical user. Okay, it's install. So I need to install the profiles. So for this one, I will add Walter Bates. Okay, just to be. And then, oh yes, this is a restaurant application, so I didn't configure it correctly, and it was table 1. Okay, add. Okay, so now I can log out. I can sign out. Okay, and so I connect, and well, I have my application what I said, and this is here, and I can place an order, and it's working, right? So this is totally mine. So how can I know? How can I know that this is working? Well, one option is to simply go to this image and go to exec, and then, and so for example, connect as user business data, just to check what's in there. And then a good way to just see all the tables that exist is going for DT. And then I see that I have all my tables. So I can say that, yeah, it's being used instead of H2.